ladies and gentlemen, he's just a Renaissance man. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. What's your name, bro?
I'm Branden Boyd. I am from the Mill. I grew up on the north side of Milwaukee, 53209, off of Capitol Drive. And I'm just happy to be here, bro. I appreciate
you. Happy to have you, man. Thanks for the time, man. So what inspired you to chase the fashion design?
Well, I just grew up just in the era. I'm an 80s baby. The 90s raised me, so I grew up Michael Jordan era. I grew up Bo Jackson.
Okay.
I grew up with hip hop. You know, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm all of that, like encompassed. And you know, us being in the Midwest, we got some of everything. We got the West Coast, we got the East Coast, we got the Chicago, we got all those things that ingrained me to who I am.
When did you want to take it serious and want to make a business out of making clothes?
Well, it started in college. I went to UW Parkside, and from that, during that time, like in 98, 99, I began DJing. And I wanted to start a rap group. I was always inspired by Puffy, Sean Puffy Combs, not the Puff that we know now, but pause. So this before we knew all that. But I wanted a business like him. Like I wanted to be like Dame Dash. Like so, I got into music. I got into producing. I got into making a merch for our rap group, so I make our clothes, our hoodies, so we can sell it to get money for studio time. So that's where my fashion started. I was just trying to be like Bad Boy, pretty much. I wanted Sean John. I wanted a Rockaware. You know what I'm saying?
That's who you looked up to.
Yeah. Even in my head, like when I do something, like, would Diddy like this, or would he tell me to go back to the drawing board?
Right. So you don't measure it off your skill. You measure off the skill that you want to get to.
Right.
I understand that part. When did you start doing videography and photography?
I started when I was in Charlotte, and I didn't have anybody. I didn't know anybody. So I moved out there just trying to find myself. I knew I didn't want to work a conventional job, so I always wanted to have my own. I wanted generational wealth, so I knew that took me owning my own business. I had to learn all those things, like what is the EIN, what is the LLC, what is these different things that I need to have a business, and then like what does it take? So I had to teach myself how to be a
How did you come across this information? Did you have somebody older to teach you this, or did you just search hard for information?
Just search hard. Like just Google was my teacher. Like I knew I wanted something to look like this, so like let me look up on YouTube what does it take to make my photography or my pictures look like magazine quality.
Exactly.
So I look at like the ISO and like how they said it. Like I always again I was like, would Dame Dash like this? So that was in my head. That was my game.
You don't judge it if you like it.
No, I judge if I like it. I know I like it, but I know that they mastered selling a product to people, and millions of people like it.
Right.
Because it looks good, it makes me feel good when I wear it. So all those tangible items that go into marketing and stuff like that, you still got to have a story behind what your brand is. That's what people fall in love with. They don't fall in love with the actual item, they fall in love with the story.
So with that being said, what's the story behind your brand?
The story is like, I'm from Milwaukee. Milwaukee made me. We love fashion, and we want to be fresh. And I wanted to bring a different perspective of Milwaukee gear. So we had Milwaukee Home. We had, I forgot the name of that company that's down at the 3rd Ward. That was in the Grand for 20, 30 years. But that was the perspective of, Caucasian. Well, I want to bring an urban feel. What was our culture growing up? We was in traffic in 98. So I made a t-shirt said traffic, and I put 98 on the back. but I made it look cool. So like that's where I grew up. I grew up loving going to Northridge. I grew up going to the Grand. That's our culture that we grew up with. So I wanted to bring an urban feel to Milwaukee culture.
How do you see your empire rising?
I wanna be in Cole's department store. I wanna be in the airport, and I want the meal to be in all the households. So if you stand in Germany, I want you to have a meal comforter. I want home decor. I want everything that you need in life, and I want to have something, socks, underwear, toothbrushes.
Yeah.
You know, those different things like to make you feel like home.
You're not just focused on clothes, you focus on branding, period.
Yes,
you
yes,
want to
sir.
brand everything.
Yes, sir.
There's nothing you want to miss.
No, nothing. I want meal robes. I want towels.
Yeah.
Meal socks. Underwear.
Yeah, so ain't no limit.
No limit.
Okay. I feel that.
Meal crock pots.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that.
Okay.